Greetings from the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport in Phoenix, Arizona. Today is Friday, January 19th, 2024. It is 12:44 a.m. Mountain Time. I am in Terminal 3 at the F gates. Now obviously, since I'm shooting this video at beyond midnight, you're not going to have a lot of traffic in the airport, but I have a 6-hour layover here after coming from Cleveland, Ohio. So I figured, hey, before I find a place to camp out and rest a little bit, might as well shoot a video. I started down here by gates. Looks like they have F13, 14, 15, 12, 10, and 9. And then there's also a restaurant that would be here called Humble. When I was trying to scout out potential places to sleep, this looks like a possible candidate. I mean, you could kind of sit down in those blue chairs over there, and I don't know if you want to prop your feet up on the table, if that'd be appropriate, but that's sort of a little bit of a lounging area. And it looks like they have a decent modernization here. Like, the modernization of this airport kind of reminds me of when I talk about the Salt Lake City airport. It looks up to date. It's funny because I was looking at the maps and it shows that there is Terminal 3 and Terminal 4. Let's see how, by the way, the LED boards, for example, show a nice picture of the city. This is not the flight I'm taking to Salt Lake in the morning. This is a Delta flight, but they have, the time that it's arriving, a nice little picture of it. And same thing on those boards up there. But yeah, and to our left is the Delta Sky Club. Looks like tucked around here there's a little vending machine area. You can get your late night snacks if all the places are closed. But anyway, yeah, it said Terminals 3 and 4 exist at the Phoenix airport. And then I was like, what happened to Phoenix Terminals 1 and 2? Here's Ironwood by Hudson. I'm telling you, this Hudson place has all these different names of their locations. But these, I think they're just doing nighttime, like inventory or cash register stuff. This corner one's actually Giant Coffee, so they kind of have two places in one. But anyway, it said that Terminal 1 was demolished at some point, and Terminal 2, I think, closed a couple of years ago, and they just never, renamed them. They just kept Terminals 3 and 4 as the only terminals. During the daytime, you'll have Shake Shack, followed by Half Moon Empanadas. Let me turn to the right side here. You've got a small place called The Roadie Brewing Company. Sorry, not Brewing Company. Santan is the brewing company that's right here. Little bar, which looks like it's still open. Watch your sporting events. I like the vibe of this mini food court within the F gates. And then Panera Bread. Panera Bread has the looks as if it's open, so they might still be serving customers, but I'm not entirely sure. And then you've got more of the dining area for Santan. I don't know if they're, like I said, actually open. There's just that one person I saw sitting at the bar area. Hanging from the ceiling in this area are all these little yellow things. I'm not quite sure what they are. But it's, all together it looks kind of nice, little artistic thing. You can See another example of one of the gate pictures. New York JFK. You got the shot of Manhattan. Your tech on the go store in case you need something tech related. Over here on the right side, you have a little playground area for kids. If you want to have kids and are trying to kill time, a little slide and airplane with fake luggage. So I was wondering why a lot of people were still over here in this area. It looks like a JetBlue flight for Boston. It was originally scheduled for 10:25 p.m., but it's now scheduled for 2:14 a.m. Otherwise, you know, you wouldn't see anybody still in the airport. I know there is a big snowstorm hitting the Cleveland area. Indigenous Mosaic store. And then there's a Starbucks location there. And on the corner here, a place called Best of the Valley Market. There's a nice little artistic display. So you can get your Phoenix souvenirs here. And you round things off with the gates F1, F2, and F3. And then there's also a tavern right here in the corner. Now, I've only walked the F gate so far, so the signage indicates that you're going to have the E gates through this passageway on Terminal 3. I actually had walked all the way to this point earlier, and I was like, oh, let me keep exploring. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to walk this entire thing when I have, you know, and then have to rewalk it if I have the opportunity to shoot a video. So that's why I went back and like started the video and said, oh, this part will be fresh exploring for me. So on the ground here you've got some artwork. I assume it's like a little bit of water, cactus, trees, plants that I don't know, I've never quite been in a desert, but I assume you would see them in a desert environment. And this person here looks like a person, or I mean this figure looks like a person. Get to see some information on the art here. The terrazzo floor fabrication process. Artist Teresa Villegas' intention for the design of the terrazzo floor, Light, Love, and Life, was for it to be uplifting, beautiful, and fun. She had hand-drawn the pattern, translated it into digital format, and then enlarged it to span the 250-foot-long bridge. A metal fabricator created the aluminum outlines of the design's various elements. And then it goes on just talking about how the artwork was done. So it sounds like that was done in 2018. So interesting, you've got like... So... Oh, that's fascinating. So I thought this was just like painted on, but no, it almost looks like it's truly, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it, but it's like actual pieces that are, and then the floor was built around it, mechanically grind the hardened floor to a brilliant finish. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. It looks like they have a little pamphlet here that shows you where some of the artwork exhibits are located in the Phoenix airport. So this was what we're seeing right now, level 4 on the South Concourse Bridge. I wonder if these are all in the Terminal 3. If it is, I'll keep this in hand so that we can keep on checking it out. One of these is obviously outside, but maybe the rest of these, like level 4 North Concourse Bridge, maybe we'll see some of these things. So this portion here is kind of like a central area where I don't think there's any gates. It's more of you either want to take a train, the Phoenix SkyTrain to go to Terminal 4, or continue forward to the E gates. So that way it looks like it's exiting to the parking and possibly the TSA, if I had to speculate. Way up on the ceiling over there, you've got kind of a huge shaded sunglasses amidst the clouds. I don't want to go too far again because that'd be exiting the airport area. We also have Phoenix Public Market, Travel Outfitters. It's like your mini shopping mall. Another Starbucks over there. Over here is a Johnston and Murphy, Passage by Hudson. I do see right here they're promoting view art before you depart, and there's some signage that's talking about artwork being over here, art this way. Here's Escape Lounges, the Centurion studio partner for American Express. By the way, some of these chairs, they seem to have the modern USB and plug-ins, and there's also actually like an external one here where you can plug in more devices. So I'm sure these are very much in use during the daytime. So this would be another exit over here. Let's check out the artwork. You've got the Phoenix Airport Museum Gallery. So we aren't going to be able to go to Terminal 4. I mean, yeah, the train exists, but I think you have to go through security, and I don't want to do that. But it's nice that they highlight these ones all in Terminal 3. So we saw Live, Light, and Love. That's on level 4. We should also be seeing this on level 4 if it's post security. We saw the sunglasses. It's called the Aviators with the clouds. Yeah, so pretty neat. And then some artwork here that people can enjoy. Take a closer look at this. I've rendered you defenseless, and see how the letters are actually these Trying to see what it says it is. Cactus spines. So these are little cactus spines that form all those letters and words. And this talks about how vast art collection began in 1962 with a 75-foot wide mural at Terminal 2. Designs of Terminal 3 and 4 incorporated spaces for art. So celebrating 35 years of art at the airport. And you've got a few more pieces out here. So like a chair. Here's a model of the Terminal 3 airport. So even since we're not going to be able to see the outside, there's our best crack at seeing it. So you can envision I was going to try to point out where the F gates and E gates might be, but I'm not quite sure. If I had to guess, you'd probably have like F or E on one end. In the middle is probably where we're at now, and then the E gates are on the opposite end. And over here you've got Arizona's notable aviators. Spotlighting U.S. Army Air Force officers' jacket and cap. And then beyond security over there, you see that big sphere. That's one of the artistic displays at the airport that we saw before. And then Arizona's notable aviators. You've got Lloyd Fig Newton, Janet Harmon Bragg, Robert Bob Ashby, and Asa D. Herring. I'll snap a few pictures before I continue on toward the E gates. Alright, I grabbed a few pictures of that, so now we are heading back toward the middle portion here and are going to check out the E gates. Says it is 56 degrees presently at in Phoenix. By the way, it says that the Phoenix SkyTrain is that way, so I assume, like we said earlier, you'd have to physically exit the Terminal 3 airport in order to get there. Here's a kind of unique artistic effect with the lighting. Let me see what that, if that pamphlet I grabbed earlier describes what this is. Made by James Carpenter, the Phoenix Light Passage. It appears 2020. Etched glass, anodized aluminum hex cells, stainless steel tension rods. Trying to think where that lighting is coming from. Like this, where? I mean, is it? I don't think it's from up there. I think it actually is behind the wall. Yeah, there. That's it. Okay. So behind the wall it has that effect. Oh, so this is a little bit different here. So that rendering we saw of the airport earlier, now I have a different mentality in it because the E gates just simply go straight on, like as if you're continuing the tunnel. The F gates, once you, like if we went all the way there and continued going, the F gates go like perpendicular, so to speak, not the same direction. This looks like we've got some United flights in the E gates. Some more of those green chairs that you can lounge on. Interesting, there is a little red footstool that you can kind of use over there too. Might be conducive to resting. So on our right side here, you've got Discover Arizona, and then on the left, sort of a mini food court, Scramble, Aho, Al's, Phoenix Beer Company. Above us you've got nice artistic touch. Stellar News and Market. Another Starbucks. So there's like three Starbucks we've encountered so far. And then once you clear this area, looks like you just have the remaining E gates, E5 through E10. And that just about does it. So if you enjoyed this little tour of Terminal 3 of the Phoenix Airport, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.